I am Jupinderjit Singh and you are watching Decode Punjab, the Tribune's digital platform. Today we are discussing Jalandhar bypoll elections where the Aam Aadmi Party has won by a resounding margin from the other parties. It has got almost 3 times votes than the second candidate, which is of the BJP. And today I am joined with my esteemed colleagues Ruchika M. Khanna and Rajmeet Singh, and we are discussing the factors that played role in this victory and what it means for the government and the opposition parties. So Ruchika, you have been extensively covering the Aam Aadmi Party and your eyes were totally on the ground. What does it mean for the party which had got drubbing recently?
Uh, Jupinder, this election is a redemption for the Aam Aadmi Party. The party suffered a drubbing during the Lok Sabha polls. The party had given the slogan that it would win all 13 Lok Sabha seats, but they actually won just 3. So the win in this election was very, very important for the party because now that the elections to the urban and the rural civic bodies are due, and also the elections to 4 other assembly segments are due. So the win was very, very important, and it's been a kind of redemption for them.
And what it means personally for the Chief Minister, because he shifted base to Jalandhar,
Yeah,
I
the
think
Chief Minister,
which no other CM has ever done.
Absolutely. I mean, in the past, if a chief minister went and campaigned, even for 3 or 4 days during a bypoll, it was considered as if the chief minister has conceded defeat, and he's scared of the opposition winning the seat. We must understand that the bypolls are actually a referendum on the performance of the government, which every ruling party understand. B, Aam Aadmi Party is actually different from the other political parties. They tend to go against the grain. So in this case, the chief minister said that he would lead from the front. Although the party did not, from what we hear, the party did not want him to, be leading from the front. I mean, they wanted to use his services towards the middle of the polls, but the chief minister decided that he needed to do this for the party, and he just went head on into the campaign.
Uh, Normally, it is the government, which always wins the bypolls. So, was this bypoll different from the previous ones?
This bypoll was different in quite a number of things. It had the chief minister, you know, camping in Jalandhar, and not just camping in Jalandhar. The chief minister has taken a house in Jalandhar, and he says it's going to be his second home. Also,
Because it was
yeah,
close to Lok Sabha
it
elections
was
where
close to
the
Lok. That's
Aam
right.
Aadmi Party had not done well in Jalandhar.
That's right. So also the very fact that his entire family, his wife, his sister, they were all there and they were camping very, very vigorously for the party.
Rajmeet, you have been reporting on the Congress and the BJP also. So Congress has not even got the second seat here, whereas the Congress candidate won the member parliament elections from here. And they had got a very good lead from this assembly segment. So what is the reason that they have dropped to the third place?
Yeah, it's a big challenge for them because, as my colleague Ruchika said, there are 4 by-elections coming from giving a very good performance in the Lok Sabha, where they stood first in this Jalandhar West. So it's a big challenge for them. Moreover, I feel somehow I feel that there is some politics, some groupism in Congress because this constituency is largely covered by Channi. He won from there. So there is a leadership within Congress doesn't want Channi to emerge as a big leader because this would have, reaffirmed his authority. And in the long run, that power center in Punjab Congress.
So compared to Bhagwant Mann, how active was Channi in this constituency?
Channi was very active from day one. He had been campaigning, but for the last few days, he has been on record saying that government has used all its money and power and machinery and muscle power, everything. So there have been reports of distributing of different type of items during the elections. So they had conceded the defeat. I think 4-5 days they have started saying and publicly, government is pushing through by all means.
So what about other Congress leaders, Pratap Singh Bajwa, Raja Buding?
They did campaign there. They were there. They did campaign, and the selection of the candidate was good. She's a counselor and from a good background. But now they have stood third. And they were first in the Lok Sabha. Second was BJP. Interestingly, BJP has again stood second, despite a controversial candidate.
Yeah, what about this candidate, this party hopper, Sheetal Angural?
Yeah, but I think people have rejected a party hopper. One of this referendum, which the Congress has been saying reject the party hoppers. Now they have rejected him, and moreover, the way that entire drama of exposing the pen drive and him BJP, all the machinery of BJP going to that special setting what they had. I think people did not accept that.
So what it means for the BJP, because Sunil Jakhad has issued a statement that our party has come second there.
Yeah, I think BJP has retained its position. I would see from a different perspective. They have retained the second. They would have gone third also.
So
It's they need to work, but it's not acceptance, but not rejection also. Sustaining their position, maintaining their position.
So Ruchika, you had some thoughts on BJP and Congress.
Yeah, so Jupinder, if I may say, the BJP during the Lok Sabha elections had actually secured the third position. I'm sorry, they had secured the second position
From this assembly
yeah,
segment,
from
the
this
Jalandhar
assembly
West.
segment. Yes. Now that they failed to actually garner a very respectable vote percentage and also a respectable number of votes in this constituency. It is not. I would not call it a defeat of the BJP, but I would call it a defeat of the candidate. It was there was a lot of within the Jalandhar unit of the BJP. There were lots of murmurings about the candidate. The very fact that he has been a party hopper, there have been quite a number of allegations, personal allegations against the candidate. I think all this really pulled the party down. Also, the BJP had released a list of the star campaigners for this constituency. Interestingly, all the names that were released, those people never came and campaigned for the party.
Yeah, even Hema Malini's name
Hema
was
Malini, Manoj Tiwari. I mean, these people never came to the constituency, which means that maybe the party was, pulling itself away from the candidate.
Moreover, it's a very important thing. Sorry, I'm intervening. Rinku is also, I believe, from this constituency. So he's and within party traction between the two leaders.
Yeah,
and that is also there.
And if I recall, there were allegations within the BJP about certain leaders, like the traditional BJP leaders, like K.D. Bhandari, having meetings in some club with Raman Arora of the Aam Aadmi Party. So Sheetal Angural went ahead saying that there were attempts to actually pull him down.
And what will happen to the pen drive now? Is it really something, or it was just a election?
It could be anybody's guess. I mean, had there been something substantive, the person should have actually released it. Since he did not do it when he was fighting his biggest battle, it means that probably there's nothing in the pen drive.
Let's talk a bit about Shiromani Akali Dal. Like, it is every election, it is the same story. They are either coming fourth or they are coming fifth. And now this election, they were already kind of a retired hurt, because they had withdrawn, their support from the candidate, saying that she belonged to the rebel Akali group, the Surjit Kaur. So where does this leave Akali Dal now?
Jupinder, the very fact that a party gives its ticket to a candidate, the party president is supposed to sign on the documents when the ticket is given. So it was hilarious when the party suddenly says that, she's no longer a candidate, we're not supporting her.
And she joins
and then it was such a strange episode where the lady goes, in the morning she goes and she joins Aam Aadmi Party in the presence of the chief minister, and then at night when she comes back home, she goes and joins the rebel group. So I think there was a lot of personal credibility loss for the candidate, and also I believe a credibility loss for Akali Dal. Because you cannot, just because, within your party there are lots of divisions, you just cannot withdraw your support from your candidate. I mean, they could have, been more tactful, and they could have withdrawn from campaigning for her rather than announcing it to the world.
Moreover, the face of Doaba, Dalit face of Doaba, I think Pawan Kumar Tinu,
Yeah.
who was part of Akali Dal, has already joined
Aam Aadmi
Aam
Party.
Aadmi Party. So Doaba as a face, Dalit face, this reserved face, Akali Dal has already, lost that, I think, moved away from.
We will be joined by Deepkamal. She is our bureau chief at the Jalandhar Tribune, and she has been, covering it daily, extensively on the ground. So now we are joined by Deepkamal from Jalandhar. Welcome, Deepkamal. So, what is the final count now? Has the result been declared?
Yes, the result has been declared, and Aam Aadmi Party candidate Mahinder Bhagat, he has won with 55,246 votes, and second position is of BJP's Sheetal Angural. He's got 17,921 votes, and Surinder Kaur from the Congress is on the third position. She was second till the 10th round, but after that the trends changed, and she's now on the third, and she's got 16,757 votes. The withdrawn Akali candidate, Sujeet Kaur, she was supported by the rebel group of the Akali Dal. She's polled only 1,242 votes, and BSP's Binder Kumar Lakha has polled 734 votes. So the Aam Aadmi Party has won with a margin of 37,325 votes.
How is the mood on the ground?
It's like the Aam Aadmi Party leaders, they're all over on the roads in Jalandhar. A big roadshow has been planned. A party has been planned at a resort in the evening, and the party flags being already hovered outside the gates of the counting center here. Aam Aadmi Party leaders, Pawan Tinu, Raman Arora, they're all there, and they've been giving bites, and they've all been saying that they have won this election all because of CM Bhagwant Mann.
Yeah, that is the big question. Though this was a bypoll, but it was very hardly fought, and the prestige of the chief minister and the Aam Aadmi Party was being talked about. Uh, what was the big highlights of this bypoll?
The biggest highlight was that in the last month, when Lok Sabha elections were held, from this very segment, Aam Aadmi Party had polled only 15,000 votes, and now they've got 55,000 plus votes, which means a gain of 40,000 votes, which is a big number. And all those parties like Congress, which was on number one position on Channi's name at that time, Channi was the candidate for the Lok Sabha. It polled 44,000 votes, and now it's got on the number third position with 16,000 votes. And Angural, who had then got 42,000 votes, is down at 17,000 votes. And the entire mathematics of this or the calculations of this Jalandhar West segment have turned around in this election. And this even Mahinder Bhagat, he is a turncoat, like Sheetal Angural, as we were discussing. So, but this one, the voters have favored. The one reason was that Mann had said that he would be made minister. So the entire Bhagat community, the Ravidasya community, and all the reserved classes, even some general caste votes from this constituency, they said that if they would have a minister from their area, their works like drinking water issues, sewage overflow issues, they would be resolved. They had this feeling, and this constituency has a tendency to go with the state government, like the way it did during the tenure of Channi Lal Bhagat, and then even Sushil Rinku when he was in the Congress. So whenever there's a state government, the party chooses the same, the voters choose the same candidate from this constituency.
That is true, but at the same time, the party could not do well in the Lok Sabha elections.
That was perhaps because Channi was a big name here, and everyone was like, they want, since he was an ex-CM, so they wanted him to be their winner. So the votes that time had gone in Channi's favor. Channi was at the back this time. The candidate was Surinder Kaur. She was relatively low profile, even though she had been senior deputy mayor. Still, she was a low-profile candidate relatively, and that's why perhaps Congress couldn't do well, despite a good campaign by all the party leaders from outside.
So, apart from the Channi factor, what were the factors which led to the downfall in votes for the Congress? And though BJP has come second, but the victory margin is so much.
Yeah. The BJP candidate Sheetal Angural somehow, since he had left the party, he had committed many flip-flops. He wanted to release an audio which he did not. All these factors, they led to some kind of a mistrust developing in the voters' mind. So people perhaps did not vote for him. The Congress candidate was a much clean candidate, but people in the AAP also tried to dent her, saying that even though she has been a senior deputy mayor for 5 years, she could not work in the constituency and she did not come up with any development projects in this area. That was what the Aam Aadmi party kept hitting her with this issue.
Deepkamal, during the Lok Sabha elections, you had reported widely about the impact of the Dera votes in Jalandhar. So, was it of some impact in this assembly poll also or not?
We can't really say that. Of course, in the Lok Sabha, it weighed heavily. Channi used to sleep there. He had spent many nights in the Dera in that very campaign. Even the Dera, they have very good relations with Channi, unlike any other candidate of any other party. So that's a special relationship of the Dera with Channi. But maybe not this time, and I don't know. We're not sure if any Dera factor played or not.
And what about the chief minister? He has announced that he will be staying in Jalandhar for 2 days in a week. So, how are Jalandhar
Yes,
residents taking that?
Jalandhar people, of course, are happy with that move, but they only want that the access to them should be more and their issues could reach the CM, because it's mostly his wife, his sister, or the OSTs who are meeting the general public. Only the bigwigs get a chance to meet the CM himself.
Deepkamal, thank you for joining us. Ruchika, what is the road ahead for AAP now? There are 4 more bypolls. What is the thinking in the party?
The thinking in the party is very upbeat after this win. People have been calling since morning and saying that it was the Aam Aadmi Party was actually expecting to win this election, but nobody had anticipated the winning margin of 37,000. Within the party, everybody believed that the margin would be close to about 14 to 15,000. So it's double the margin. I think the party is very upbeat now, and the cadres have been rejuvenated, and I think they're ready to face the next 4 elections of Giddad Baha, Dera Baba Nanak, then Chabbewal and Barnala.
And what does it mean for Congress and the
It was
BJP?
hard work for them. They were in a celebration mood after their Lok Sabha, and the Aam Aadmi is
The
now
party
on the
is
move
spoiled.
out. Yeah, party is now was the hard task for them. Groupism and other factors need to be tackled seriously, and because this 4 by-elections, which my colleague is referring to, they will set the tone further for the the parliament elections of this Lok Sabha assembly elections.
2027 assembly
2027.
elections.
So, Ruchika, Chief Minister announced that he would be staying in Jalandhar for 2 or 3 days, maybe 2 days. So, what is his plan now? And what is future of Aam Aadmi Party's candidate Mahinder Bhagat? Because I think there was an announcement that he could be inducted in the cabinet. So, will there be a cabinet reshuffle?
So, Jupinder, the Chief Minister has been very categorical, in saying that he will continue to spend 2 days in Jalandhar. Very interestingly, the Chief Minister, told the Tribune a couple of days back that when the partition happened in 1947, initially the government of Punjab worked for a few days from Jalandhar. So he kind of feels a historical connect by saying that I want to be there, and I also want to ensure that the people of Doaba and Majha have easy access to to the Chief Minister and to the officers of the state government. So I think he will continue doing that. The other thing you asked
About the cabinet
was
reshuffle
about the
and-
cabinet reshuffle. So yes, the Chief Minister did mention that Mahinder Bhagat would be inducted into the cabinet. We are expecting a cabinet reshuffle very soon, because there are two vacancies, and there's a third berth which has fallen vacant after Mr. Gurmeet Singh Meethir got elected as MP from Sangrur. So a cabinet reshuffle is on the cards.
And Rajmeet, how is opposition preparing for this? For the bypolls?
Yeah, but they basically, Giddadba Raja Wedding's wife, Amrita, his name is there, and Sukhi Randhawa's wife is one of the candidates from Dera Baba Nanak. So they are still upbeat. They say this election, though it's a loss, it's a this Dalit touch. The missing the seat means this raises questions on Channi. That after just winning with a handsome margin
For the Jalandhar West.
for the Jalandhar that this parliament.
I mean, how is Congress going to take this? Have they issued any statement or something that not so far?
Yeah, but they are taking stock of the situation now, how to go ahead with it.
So that was Decode Punjab, and thank you, Rajmeet and Ruchika. Thank you.